Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. Folks, revenge of the deep state, return of the deep state, attack by the deep state, lies by the deep state, treason by the deep state. Well, if you listen to George Stephanopoulos, Clinton mouthpiece, he was the press secretary for Clinton's in the 90s, folks. And here we are, about 30 years later from when he retired there, he's still lying to everybody he can. And this is what the little bastard said. Yeah, he's a little bastard. He says, the deep state is packed with patriots. You know, just a couple of years ago, the deep state was a conspiracy theory. A conspiracy theory, folks. Now it's accepted. It's a fact. It's real and it's admitted, folks. And it's not just the mainstream media that errantly use the term. It's not just George Stephanopoulos, right? He could be a dark helmet, little small midget of a turd thinking he's all powerful with a big old helmet trying to feel badass. I bought it a deep state. It's not just him. Remember, it was Steny Hoyer, a Democrat, fossil age Democrat. He's a fossil age Democrat in Congress who told us that the deep state is there to defend something or another, and it's about, you know, that guy, the president, and the nation is something. Blah. Folks, the deep state. Where is this? Where in the Constitution does it say we have a deep state? We need a deep state. Right? In other words, no matter how they fucking paint it, whether you go Steny Hoyer's, it's a cadre of professionals. Okay, so they're fucking mercenaries. They're private corporations that fund you guys by campaigning, giving you campaign contributions. That's a cadre of professionals, or is it George Stephanopoulos? The deep state is packed with patriots. First off, let's define patriots. What is a patriot, folks? Well, I can tell you right out the bat, it ain't the deep state, but let me give you a definition. A patriot is someone who loves their country and they work and live their life loving their country, believing in their country. That is what a patriot is. Just very simple definition. They love their country. They work to make their country great. They defend their country. So if the deep state is a cadre of professionals that is packed with patriots, what should they be doing? They should be loving their country and protecting their country and working hard for the country and defending the country, except the deep state is the beloved disciples, acolytes, and turds of the Democrat. They're trying to destroy the country, so how can that be patriotic? It cannot, by definition, on its face, right? First thing you notice, prima facie evidence that that's bullshit, is that they, the deep state, are not in love with our country. They're actively and collectively trying to change it. Now, that being said, right, what are they doing? right? They're actively changing. So they're not patriots. They're in love with an ideology that is not their nation. This ideology is social fascism, right? Social fascism. So it's a blend of communism and corporatism. It's the model China's been working on for a couple of decades, and it's very profitable because they allow rich business owners and corporations to operate and keep their profits while subjecting the people to communist-like controls. That is what we've got, folks. The deep state are not patriots. They are adherents of a belief system that is foreign to this country. In other words, they are admitting, folks, that there's an organization that operates through the government that are both professional and, shall we say, military bureaucratic. And Steny Hoyer, he said that they obey the president, the orders of the president, and yada yada yada. Meaning that's government workers, not just private corporations. The deep state is actively trying to destroy this country. You don't politely remove a governmental system. You don't ask it to go away because it's in place. It is law. The Constitution is law. It just doesn't step aside. There's not a clause in the Constitution that says when a professional cadre of patriotic douchebags wishes to take over the country, the Constitution is no longer valid and can be ignored and disobeyed, but in a very polite way. This isn't a revolution or an insurrection. It is not treason. It's a deep state. No. Now, government, especially the American government, was designed and intended to be controlled by elected representatives of the people who were to be transparent in their business dealings, to make everything highly visible, so we could all see what was going on and there are no secrets kept from us. Now it would appear, especially with the deep state, that they operate completely in the dark, completely without supervision, oversight, and accountability. And they're not making the country a better place. The evidence is the southern border. The evidence is the billions and tens of billions and hundreds of billions of dollars that have gone to Ukraine to fight a war that everyone knew couldn't be won. Folks, the deep state is not packed with patriots. The evidence supports quite the contrary. What do you think? What's on your mind? It's another Wednesday, folks. Wednesdays, right? And I call them enlightened Wednesdays. Because you can see it's zero dark and it's light out. It is a little rainy and gloomy though. But hey, that's the South. I sure hope you have a good day. Think about it, folks. If the deep state is a professional cadre of people who think they're patriots, but terrorists operate without a state or a government. Terrorists operate not to protect a nation, but to destroy their enemies and kill people. Let's just look at what terrorists do. They threaten people with violence and they use violence to get their political way. What is Biden doing now? And his administration and the bureaucracy, which includes the deep state. What are they doing? They're threatening all of us constantly. And an act of violence? I don't know. I think mandatorily forcing people to take the Jim Jones juice, that's pretty much it's both a threat and a violent act after you see what it does to the human body. Right? Quietly giggling up your sleeve as a Democrat and saying, he voluntarily took the experimental poison We didn't do it to them. Fucking jackasses. Right, folks? It's chicken shit. They're cowards. And then when they do come at you, out in the open, they don't tell you, hey, we're at war. They attack sneakily when no one's ready or expecting it. In other words, they have proclaimed the people, the deep state has proclaimed the American people the enemy of their cause. And then they attack us using badges and guns under the pretense that they are legitimate, right? And that they're they're arresting you for a crime, like Trump. Really, Trump is being arrested, he's being tried for real crimes. Look up how many Biden family members have been arrested. Just look up the arrest records and then look up how many were convicted. You'll see a big number on the arrests and you'll see a no number on the convictions and going to jail. Anyways, the deep state, my ass. Chance favors. The prepared mind is yours.